what's up, North County? Welcome to the Morning Brew. We're Monday morning. What is today, Eric? Eric, good morning. What's today? 22nd?
Today is the 21st.
21st. Today is the 21st, day after Easter weekend.
Yeah.
Passover, Good Friday, all that good stuff.
All that good stuff.
Everything has happened over the weekend.
Pope died this morning.
The Pope died?
The Pope died this morning, seriously.
I know.
So,
yeah.
It's kind of crazy.
But you say that like, wait, everything good happened this weekend, and then you're like, the Pope died? I'm like, wow. But yeah. What, dude, you know, he was a fighter, man. I mean, he almost died like a month ago?
He's been dying for I think for quite some time now. He's been sick for a long time, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, he was on his deathbed like a month ago.
Right.
Remember, they were thinking like, okay, tonight's the night, and then all of a sudden he like rebounded, and it's like all of a sudden, you know,
you can't take me.
Huh?
He's like, you can't take me.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, it looks like people got their notification.
Yep.
Today.
That's really good.
So that's cool. Good morning, Kyle, Matthew, Matt, Maddie, Kelsey. Good morning. Good morning. Morning. And happy Easter. How was your Easter, man? What did you do? This weekend was awesome.
This weekend was crazy. Yeah. No, we just went around and what did I do? Oh, we had Wyatt's birthday on Saturday with the family.
Oh, nice.
And then yesterday, everybody came up to our house. Everybody was sick.
Everybody was sick?
Yeah. My grandmother got sick, so she couldn't hang out with us for Easter. Then my mom got sick, and then, yeah, it's like a quarantine ward over here. So, yeah.
Get everybody out of here.
I know.
We don't have time for that.
People got to leave.
Right? We don't have time for people being sick.
Yeah.
But, yeah, good weather. It's good weekend.
Yeah. We had some good wine yesterday. We just hung out outside yesterday. It was just nice, man. The weather was great, dude.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
It was, I don't know the exact degree, but it sure felt like it was like in the 90s. I doubt it was that high.
Right.
But it sure felt like it. It was just kind of, you know, because there was no wind. It was just a real mellow, and I'm going to sneeze here. Hold on. Where are you at? How come your picture's not up?
I'm over here.
Yeah, dude, come on.
My microphone. I can't tell if anybody can hear me or not. I can't hear myself in my headphones.
If you can hear us, go like this. Actually, hit hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah. Hey, we got a pretty good week of guests coming in this week.
Yeah.
We've got WineFest. We've got Gail and Gina coming in today, which we're gonna be rolling into. So we're not going to stop filming, right?
We're not going to stop filming. So
all right.
Basically, it's going to be like you're going to have to keep watching.
It's going to be a long format. Okay.
Even though you see the commercials, stick with us.
Yep.
Gail and Gina will be in.
Okay, so we're going to go from What's Up North County Morning Brew into What's Up North County Regular View.
That's right. That's right.
All right. So we've got them coming in at 8:30. Tomorrow we have Mark Borhone and Ronnie Mayfield, which is the sales manager at Borhone Auto Center, coming in. So I'm pretty stoked about that.
That should be fun, yeah.
Right, getting Mark in the studio, talking about the journey in the auto industry.
Yeah.
Being here in the North County, being such a big supporter of the North County and all the different organizations. So we're gonna have Mark and Borhone in here tomorrow. Thursday, we're going to have Kimber Black, which is the Three Speckled Hens. So they got that coming up this weekend. We'll be giving away some tickets. And Wednesday is still to be seen. We're still working on Wednesday's guests, so we'll see what happens this week. But we've got the Sheriff Rodeo coming up in May, so if you don't have your tickets, get on over to our webpage, What's Up North County. You can click on the Sheriff picture, and it'll go right to the link to where you can buy your tickets. Tickets are only $10 for Saturday, which is a full day of events, fan zone, rodeo, concert afterwards, and if you wanted to kick it off on Friday, you got East and Corbin kicking off the Sheriff weekend, $20 tickets. And it's going to be badass. So be a part of it. We're actually giving away a pair of tickets again this Thursday on our, let's see, what do I got it on this week? I think I got it on both. I got it on Instagram and YouTube.
Do you have it like on a Post-it note at Albertsons.
Yeah, it's on there. All you have to do is, I think, man, what is? I don't even know. I keep forgetting what they are. I think one of them is bulls.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry. That was 2 weeks ago. One of them is wonk.
Right.
Yeah, I think for the rodeo, and then the other one is Corbin.
Corbin, okay.
Yeah. So, anyways, so get on over to one of our either our Facebook page or our Instagram page, and be entered to win a pair of tickets to one of those events.
It's fun times.
We're gonna be giving them away.
You understand that's coming up.
It's like 3 weeks away.
It's 3 weeks away.
Yeah, it's like 3 weeks away. We're gonna be there on Friday night, I guess. So there was some questions asked if Friday night there's gonna be a fan zone going on too.
Gotcha.
Apparently there is. So if you're going to the Easton Corbin concert, apparently the vendors will be out there in the Midway. We'll be out there checking it out.
So is it going to be the same time frame as the rodeo, or is it on Friday?
Friday concerts. Do you have the time of the concert? I think the concert would probably start about 7 o'clock.
6 or 7, yeah.
Okay, so if gates open about 5 o'clock, that would give like the fans like a couple hours to go cruise around, go to the Rod and Hammer zone.
I think Chad said it was only going to be open 2 hours prior to the concert, so
that'd be about right. Yeah. So 5 to 7, and then
we'll be out there.
The concert, not on Friday night.
Yeah, well, I'm going to be there all day on Friday.
You are?
So, yeah, with or without you. So I'll be there setting up.
Well, we're going to be setting up for sure.
Yeah, but we're going to go out in the fan zone, and we're going to test the waters a little bit with people, see how we do.
All right.
So
we can walk around with some with the remote mic.
Yeah.
Be like, hey, what do you think? Is this your first rodeo? This ain't my first rodeo, redneck.
First rodeo.
This ain't my first rodeo, and god dang it, I'm gonna find me some money. I'm gonna take her home. Bunch of rednecks.
What did you guys do for your Easter?
Let's see. What did we do? We camped out at the lake.
Gotcha,
we were out at Heritage. Just us and the kids.
Nice.
So it's pretty mellow, pretty relaxing. It was really mellow in the camp zone. Not a whole lot of people, which I dug. Let's see. I mean, it's kind of a typical thing. We just cruise around with Carson, watch him for like all day and drink.
Did he get to chase, hunt for eggs?
He did. He did egg. So we do it on Saturday because Sunday's usually like breakdown, have to go home day type stuff. So we did all the Easter egg, like all the fun kid games are on Saturday.
Yeah.
So Jennifer does a bunch of things with like some winning lottery tickets, like eggs and some sort of like basket throw or something like that. So we do all that stuff, and then Carson hunted his plastic eggs. And then yesterday he actually colored eggs, and so his hands are going to be green, yellow for a leak because he was just going full. I mean,
right into the vinegar.
Dude,
sauce.
He was just digging in there, grabbing it like this. I mean, his hand. He looks like he's turning into the Incredible Hulk.
Nice.
So he might be, but and then let's see. And then yesterday we just chilled down at the water. Justin and Caitlin brought their boat out because Justin's got a new to him boat. So. He's pretty stoked. So then we went out there and checked it out. Water was beautiful.
Was it hot?
You know what? Like I said,
90 degrees or
I want to say it was like in the 80s. Okay. I definitely want to say it's like in the 80s.
So not jump in the lake yet. Weather.
It's the lake was cold. So you could feel that the water was like. It was going to make your nipples perk out. You know what I'm saying? I hate
that. Then they get, do you ever get that? And then you get sunburn on your nipples? Dude, that's like the worst.
I've never had my nipples burned, I don't think.
You never had, like when you put your shirt on, you're like, dude, that's just not right.
Oh, yeah, no. I do that all the time.
Something not right here.
Yeah, my nipples are always hard.
Oh, yeah, mine are too. But I mean, it's like when you get them burned, it's even worse.
Yeah. You know what? My head gets burned through these hats.
Yeah.
It's like literally like I'll have the straps. You know how you have the straps on there? Like you'll see, like I look like I have a hat on without my hat on, and Matt can contest for that too. He's bald as hell as well.
Jeez.
So I know, but yeah, it was a good weekend, and I was pretty stoked, and we had a good time, and came home, and as we do, so our normal ritual. Like when we go camping, we come home, we break down. Everybody's pissed off because it's the last day. Nobody wants to clean up. Nobody wants to do all this stuff, right?
Everybody's hungover.
Everybody's all fired up. Nobody wants to get home and cook anything, right?
Right.
So our normal ritual is to go to In-N-Out Burger.
Oh, okay.
And we do this every year. we go to In-N-Out Burger. When we get home from camping for Easter, In-N-Out Burger's closed.
They're aren't they a religious company?
They're always closed on East. They're like the Easter, and there's a couple other of the holidays that they close on.
Yeah.
But I mean, we've been literally doing this for years. Me and Jennifer pulls in there, and we're like, dude, really? We've only been doing this for like the last 15 years. Pull into In-N-Out Burger, and they're closed. So, of course, we ordered our burgers from the Pig Iron, right?
Okay.
Delicious. But then we decided to give Sonic a try because we wanted a shake.
Uh-oh.
So apparently Sonic is like the go-to place for the shakes. So we got in line, went over there, got the shakes, and I wanted to get a burger just so that way I could try it. You know what I'm saying? Because people have been, kind of dogging on the Sonic over there.
Right.
So I got myself a quarter pounder, and
Quarter pounder?
Yeah, just like a quarter. It was just it was $3.99. It was off like their whatever menu.
Right.
Because I heard that they were really bad, so I just wanted to give it a shot, see what it tasted like. It tasted like a McDonald's quarter pounder.
Yeah.
It had like a pickle in there, like the McDonald's one.
Right.
So I would say that it's all right, but we didn't go for like the good stuff. But the shake,
Shakes are good.
Superb.
All right.
Yeah, it was a good one. It was a good one. I definitely recommend the shake. But surprisingly, so just while we were sitting there, contemplating on where we're going to go, which we ended up going to the Pig Iron because everybody else was closed too. There must have been probably 15 cars that pulled in, did the circle around, and left out of In-N-Out Burger as well.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Everybody was trying to get in there. Well, it's right off the freeway too, so everybody's coming home.
But
So
guess where they didn't go?
In-N-Out. Sonic?
They didn't go to Sonic.
A lot of people don't like Sonic. Sonic's kind of like a one of those places where they like to get the ice, right? You get the ice there, that crunchy ice.
Yeah.
And they like the shakes and those like really sugary drinks that they have there. But I don't know.
Well, so I will say that one thing that Sonic has that I haven't seen from anybody else is they've got the market. They've got these straws that are approximately like maybe a half-inch straws.
Okay.
Like round.
Oh, round?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dude, these things are serious business. These things, like when they handed that into the car, I was like, whoa. I mean, these can be used as weapons. Like we were talking about using the corn dog sticks at the fair as a weapon. If Sonic was at the fair, they could definitely somebody could use these things as a shiv.
Wow.
Okay, so they're that hardcore. But you needed them to get through because like I think we got a Oreo cookie, Blizzard, Blast, something or another.
That sounds
right?
good, yeah.
And if you had a regular straw, forget about it.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have been able to get anything
Getting
through
you a
there.
spoon.
Dude, I kid you not, dude. I wish I would have brought one because I was like so like, I mean, literally, I had 3 straws and I had my hand was like this open, holding 3 straws in my hand like this. They were just so big.
Wow.
So
you like big straws?
Evidently, they like to give
lie.
big straws. If you ever need a weapon in a pinch, go to Sonic and get yourself a straw. Get yourself a.
So Kyle says that he's liking the drink stop for Sonic, but not fond of the food.
The drink stop for Sonic?
Yeah, like go for drinks, you know what I mean? So he's not fond of the food either. So I had a burger one time there too, and I didn't like it. It was disgusting.
Like I said, man, we get into a rut into where we can't break off. I don't want to try anything different, because again, what if I don't like it? Then I just wasted all my time and my stomach.
But like what we always talk about, you can never go wrong with In-N-Out though. It's just
but
simple.
you know what? Okay, so Kyle, if somebody can, like, if they're watching, I mean, agree or disagree, but I think In-N-Out Burger has reduced their size portion of their burger. I think that it has gotten smaller. Okay, so like the difference between, like I say, if you get a just a regular cheeseburger from McDonald's versus a, whatever else they got. They're not even their quarter pounder, but they're like
Big Mac or whatever.
Well, not their Big Macs because they're bigger, but yeah, just like a regular burger. So their regular cheeseburger. So In-N-Out Burger's size of their burgers has turned into a look of just a regular old cheeseburger, like a little tiny bun, right? And it's not, it's shrunk in size. In the last however 15 years, it has shrunken in size.
I'll have to protest that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're trying to save costs, right? So they're reducing size of buns, reducing size of meat, reducing size. Everything is less, like say 25% less. So that's a conspiracy.
They're cutting corners. I don't like people cutting corners.
It's a conspiracy, man.
It's not good.
Okay, you go to Pig Iron, dude. These burgers are big and juicy and delicious. Delicious.
So, did you ever ask if there are Pig Irons doing those kids eat free on Thursday still, or did we ever find out more about that?
I did not.
Because it's a good deal. We took Wyatt one time and it was a great deal.
I think they're still doing it.
Okay.
They're still doing. I mean, they got the same menu and everything, unless they pulled that out. But
nice.
I mean,
got to do a field trip to Pig Iron.
Pig Iron,
burgers, yeah.
Pig Iron. Hey, we also got the Stacy Strong Golf Tournament coming up in June. If anybody is interested, they're still looking for some sponsors. So if you're a business out there interested in doing some sponsorship, be a part of this event. They're actually part of the Sabes Wings organization, which Sabes Wings is an organization that helps people in cancer treatments. It's for the toxicity. It's not the cancer research. It's actually to help the patients and help the patients with their financial needs.
Toxicity.
During the time. But they're looking for golfers. They're looking for silent auction items. They're looking for, like I said, sponsors, whole sponsors. Anything and everything. If you're interested in being a part of that, you can reach out to Stacy or the group. But like I said, they'll be back in here shortly. We're going to have Dr. V on, and we're going to talk about some other stuff.
Cool.
So, all right, what else we got going on?
We got news. We got some news.
We do have some news. We have, let's see, we've got Paso Robles. Let's take a break real quick.
Okay.
It's 5:35. I'm sorry. It's 7:53. Man, that was really jacked up. It's 5:35. Everybody's like, what? Yeah, 7:53 in the morning, Monday morning, day after Easter. Good. Do they call this Good Monday? I think they call this Good Monday, right?
Yeah.
Sure. So it's Good Friday and Good Monday, and we have no school today either.
Nope, no school.
So it's Great Monday for the kids.
That's right.
All right, we'll be right back to the Morning Brew.
Hi, it's Alex with Suprema Meat Market. We are a Mexican meat market with a taqueria. Come enjoy our high-quality cuts and meats. We offer choice and prime Harris Ranch beef, as well as chicken, seafood, and pork items. In the taqueria, all of our tacos come with handmade tortillas. We also offer specialty items like chilaquiles and chile rellenos. Come enjoy Taco Tuesday with Suprema. We offer our tacos at $1.99 each. Suprema Meat Market is located at 8950 Montecito Avenue in Atascadero.
Are you tired of looking at that worn-out concrete garage floor, patio, or porch? Look no further than MGP Coatings, where customer service reigns supreme. Our team goes above and beyond to ensure your satisfaction every step of the way. Before we even start coating, we meticulously repair your concrete, ensuring a flawless finish that lasts. And here's the best part. Our Pentec coatings are 4 times stronger than epoxy, so they won't chip or peel, making maintenance a breeze. Plus, they come with a limited lifetime warranty. Call us today at 805-952-5301 or check out our Facebook and Instagram and experience the MGP coating difference. Don't wait. Transform your garage, patio, porch, or driveway and become a part of the MGP coating family.
Hey, what's up, North County? Welcome back to the Morning Brew. We are April 21st. We're Monday, week and a half left in the month. This month is flying by. We got the Sheriff Rodeo coming up in May that we're getting ready for. 3 weeks away. Get your tickets, guys. It's a great weekend for $30. You got the Sheriff Rodeo. You got a concert. You have everything and anything right there for the weekend. Plus, we're going to be broadcasting the rodeo live on What's Up North County on our YouTube platform. Share this platform with everybody, anybody and everybody. Yeah. Click like, hit subscribe. I'm assuming everybody got the notification this morning because everybody's on. And last week, they weren't.
I'm going to throw the Sheriff's Rodeo back in here because I lost it. So
Uh-oh.
There it is right there.
There it is. There's the Sheriff Rodeo. All right. So we got the Sheriff Rodeo coming up. Get your tickets. Be out there. We're going to be slinging it. We're going to be doing some cool stuff and having fun doing it. We're going to have a new videography production thing, right?
We're going to have a drone.
Oh, I didn't know we were saying that, dude. That's why I was trying to go around it.
Oh, well. Ta-da!
Okay. Well, I thought, okay.
I want people to expect
Okay.
I want people to expect the best experience they can get from us and from the rodeo. So
All right.
Everybody needs to understand that.
All right.
Maybe more people will go because there'll be a drone there. They're going to be able to see themselves on the big screen and be able to watch the whole thing.
Sweet. Well, we're going to be having a drone at the Sheriff Rodeo, which is going to be some cool videos from the top, from a different aerial perspective
And
around the bulls.
we do have something that I will not mention that will be with the bulls. So, but I won't mention that. That'll be a surprise.
All right.
So there you go.
Okay, so this is something big in the news. Americans lost $470 million in 2024 to scams that started with a text. Dude, I'm so leery about this kind of stuff. Okay, Americans reported losing $470 million to scams that started with a text message, according to the new data of the Federal Trade Commission. The most commonly seen text scam was fake package delivery scam. Victims received alerts about a supposed issue with an incoming delivery and a link. The FTC said other common text messages involved fraud alert messages sent to consumers warning about a suspicious purchase and or an issue with their bank, warnings of fake unpaid tolls. We've gotten one of those with a link to pay them, and a wrong number scam that starts seemingly with a seemingly misdirected message. So,
I get these every week. The toll ones.
Right.
I get it. So it says you're in Arizona because we were in Arizona. It says you have to pay this amount of money for the toll. Please contact here, and it's totally scam, dude.
Isn't it weird?
Total scam.
I mean, so you used to be able to kind of check out and kind of dissect the message.
Yeah.
And see that, okay, so this is fake. You know, whether it be the wording, whether it be the spelling, whether it's something in there indicated. But now I think they're probably using AI to write these things that look really legit.
Right.
And then you click on it. You know, I mean, how do you not know? I mean, and when I say how do you not know, not like as if I'm being like a smart ass to where it's like, really? How do you not? I mean, it looks real. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the whole thing is also this. I mean, you got so much technology. How come we can't justify what's real and what's not through our phone company? Can't they say, well, this number has been calling this many people for this many times? You know, you can totally tell it's a scam. You know.
So I do. So when I get a phone call or that I don't recognize,
yeah,
a lot of times my phone will say, you know, possible scam or potential scam. You know, number or something like that.
Yeah.
But now they're able to use 805 numbers, something that's close, it's a normal number. So a lot of times when I see a number coming in, I'll go and Google it. I'll go Google the phone number, and it'll give me if it's a legit number, you know, see it, whatever, you know, but a lot of times it'll say this number, something like it's been used in scams, or you know what I'm saying? So then then of course I'm like, okay, well that's a scam. That's a, you know, bot caller or whatever. And I'm not going to answer it.
Right.
Most of the time it goes to voice message. Then now if some of these guys, they continue to keep calling. So then what I do is I just answer the phone, and then I put it next to my my dot thing, and whatever is playing, they get to listen to, you know, Newsmax radio or you know, whatever music, and however long they stay on there, I don't know.
It is getting annoying though, because it's happening consistently. You know what I mean? It's all day for me. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's like all day long, I just keep getting these stupid calls.
All the time.
All the time, dude. It's
All right.
ridiculous.
So last week we had Gina Fitzpatrick in with the Paso Robles Chamber. That was a good one.
That was good.
Got to learn some information about what's happening there in Paso Robles. And Paso Robles has now selected a new city manager.
There you go.
Okay, so following a closed session discussion last Tuesday, city council meeting, it was announced that council members have chosen Chris Hoyt for the role. The employment agreement for him will be brought forward at the next council meeting, so people will be disclosed of what he's getting. Hoyt has been serving as the acting city manager since former city manager Ty Lewis entered into a settlement agreement with the city earlier in the year. The agreement meant all issues related to a claim Lewis had previously filed against the city and now resolved. So there you go.
Who is this guy then?
I don't know
where he came from. I tried looking him up, but the Paso Robles website didn't have anything on him. So
I don't know, man.
figure it
All
out.
I know is Paso is like, man, they got all kinds of stuff going on up there. They got so much stuff. They got the parking,
water,
downtown,
suing, all the suing.
traffic. Gosh, what else? You know, everybody's boning everybody.
Wow.
That's what some of the articles are saying.
People are boning people?
Yeah.
Huh.
You know, cannabis and, you know, Ernest is, you know, trying to get his drugs, just all this stuff, man.
Right.
It's like so many, and then you got the San Luis Obispo Tribune suing the Paso Robles, what are they suing? They're suing somebody, the Paso Robles,
Paso Press?
no, not Paso Press. They're suing somebody.
All right.
It's like everybody's suing everybody.
Yeah.
It's like everybody's suing everybody, and it's like, you know, this sounds like corporate America.
It does.
This sounds like our government that can't focus on what they're supposed to do except for suing, you know, Donald Trump on everything and anything. You know, it's like, really, now you got Gavin Newsom wanting more money because he's still paying. He still says that he's not going to stop paying for illegals, Medicare,
Yeah.
Medicaid, all that stuff. Right? So now he went back this week. He already got approved last week, what, for $6.4 billion or something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
To you know, pull him out of the fires. Now he's asking for $3.2 billion more, something like that. And he's also saying that he's not going to abide. He's trying to claim that California will be exempt from tariffs, right?
Yeah.
And he's going to the different countries to make this happen, or try to.
He's an idiot.
Okay, so at what point, because, I mean, ultimately, regardless, who is the leader in chief?
The president.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so at the end of the day, I mean, President Trump could somehow remove him, I would say.
You can't remove him. He's got to be.
Or given or take federal funding away.
Well, the federal funding would be a big deal, but it would also hurt us too as well. So
Exactly.
I mean, but what do you do? We're in such a screwball situation. You know what I mean? Like all this stuff should have been handled years ago. You know what I mean? By other presidents, and I don't know. It's just we live in a kind of weird time right now. So with all the tariffs and everything going on, I mean, you're gonna feel it, right, with your company.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm gonna.
I already got it last Friday.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, that was another one of my stress things. I got an email that said due to the 145% increase.
So I get all my bottles from China because American glass isn't that great. So the bottles I get are shipped in from China, and I imagine my bottle costs are going to be pretty extensive. So, you know what's weird about it? Here's a weird thing. You want to hear about this?
Yeah.
So
hear about
when I buy my bottles from China, they're like they're perfect, right? Every seam is perfect on them. Everything's great, because if they ship them over here and they're not great, they now have to take those bottles back. So they have to pay for the shipping to get them back to China. So they make sure that their bottles are like spot on, dead perfect, right? And then when I get bottles from them here, sometimes they're a little wonky. They're kind of crooked sometimes.
Are those like the ones that we were bottling and I'm like rolling
Yeah.
it? It's like,
Yeah.
woo. I'm
That's
like, dude.
exactly right.
Oh,
That's exactly
remember
right.
I was putting the caps on and instead of it being straight, it was like over there like this. So I was like smashing. The caps weren't ever going on. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? I got it in the exact same spot.
So I mean,
And then you look at it, it's like,
Yeah.
hey, dude, your neck is bent.
So I'm not trying to bash us, but what I'm trying to say is they have to do that because they are so cheap they don't want to pay for those bottles to go back, nor does anybody else. But I have a feeling my bottle costs are going to be either going to go skyrocketing or I'm just going to have to buy here, but I'm going to get my crooked neck bottles. So maybe that's a new thing. I don't know. Crooked neck bottle. Maybe it makes your wine pour easier because it's crooked. I have no idea.
Yeah, but at the end, you know what? Everything and anything somehow, some way has came through China.
Let's just get it here. I love the fact that we can make everything here in the United States. I love that. Don't be dependent on other countries for your own stuff, you know.
You think?
We're the best country in the world, damn it.
We are the best country in the world, except for California, because California Gavin Newsom's trying to kill us.
What else you got, Randy? Let's
Dude,
go.
we've got a new bridge going up in Paso.
Okay.
This is gonna be the staple of the North County. This here, you do not want to miss this build out because the technology, the state of the art material, this is gonna be the bridge of the future. Okay, so the new Paso Robles bridge is expected. Oh, perfect. Hold on. Oh, dang it. Really? So let me go back to it. This is going to be the bridge of the future. Like there's going to be no other bridge that's going to be built with this type of technology. All right. So work is expected to begin this summer for the new bridge that will connect South Vine Street to the intersection of Theater Drive and Highway 46. Wow. The bridge, the South Bridge project, is actually phase 2 of a 4-phase project, said Capital Projects engineer Diaz Esperanza. Capital Projects engineer says the project was part of the city's plan ever since 2006, when the developer decided to build the Target Shopping Center on Theater Drive. The city created a 4-phase plan to help decrease traffic that the shopping center would generate. In 2008, Phase 1 of the project rerouted Theater Drive into a 3-way intersection drivers currently use, which blows, by the way. Okay, Phase 2 will add a bridge connecting South Vine Street to the intersection. Local traffic, if they want to go through the center and their residents, they don't need to access the freeway. Paso Robles residents like Holly are excited for the change. Phase 3 and Phase 4 are still in the design phase, and they will include an addition of northbound and southbound roundabout near Highway 101. So that was what I heard about years ago as far as a roundabout getting off the freeway right in front of Target, right in front of like Pete Johnston's area.
Right, yeah.
That was the original one. But
Didn't Gina say, because Gina was just in here, didn't she say that that was going in because of that hotel too, right? That massive hotel that's going on up there?
they're going to have to. Like I said, I mean, that area is such a cluster F.
Yeah.
You know, when you come in, like I hate I don't even get off on 46. I'll go down to Templeton, down to Main Street and come back and backtrack.
Right.
Because getting off there at 46 and then taking a right, it is so congested. Even when you're coming back from like Cambria out 46 and try to go to that intersection like on a weekend.
Oh, it's packed.
It is nuts.
Yeah, it's packed.
It is absolutely nuts. So that there has to happen, has to have some change, has to, you know, I don't know what the bridge is going to do, but them taking away that Theater Drive entrance right below the motel, farm motel place or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't get what the purpose of that was, but either way, that's a cluster.
Yeah, it's horrible.
And you got, you know, more and more stuff going on there. You know, when that big hotel goes on and finishes up on the hill, you know, what's that going to look like?
It's going to be
bad.
as far as traffic. It's going to be a lot of traffic.
It's going to be a lot of traffic.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot of traffic. Yeah. Already a lot of traffic.
There is.
All right, it's 8:11. It's time for another break, and we will be right back to the Morning Brew.
What's up, North County? This is Teresa Branch with Airflow Filter Service. We are a family-owned business right here in the North County. We have air filters, oils and lubricants, and hydraulic hoses. We provide services that include air filter cleaning, DPF cleaning, and waste oil collection. Come check us out at 1140 Ramada Drive, and we can help you with all your automotive and industrial vehicle needs.
Hi, this is Omid
And Deanna.
at North County Junk Removal. We are a business known for helping our neighbors and our community.
Let us help you save money and get rid of any unwanted items.
And rest assured that our professional team adheres to global standards of safety and recycling. We are fully licensed and insured for your peace of mind.
We are locally owned and operated, and we look forward to helping you with all your junk removal needs.
Please call us at 805-769-6966.
Hey, welcome back to the Morning Brew, guys. We're Monday morning. We are celebrating the day after Easter, and I want to give a big shout out. Today is Matt Gifford's birthday. MGP Coatings, happy birthday to MGP Coatings, which is a loyal, long sponsor of What's Up North County, and he's turned into a friend too.
Yeah.
He's a good friend.
Yeah.
I like Matt. Anyways, Matt, happy birthday. Enjoy your day. Hopefully you get showered with gifts and lavish foods for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Yeah.
And all your dreams come true.
Matt's a burger guy. He likes a good burger.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
I love burgers.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, my burger was so good last night. The fries,
Yeah.
they have those little flat fries at the Pig Iron.
Oh yeah.
They're like
steak fries, right? Like steakish
so
fries.
they're the width of a steak fry,
But they're not.
but they're
skinny,
thin.
yeah.
They're like bacon thin,
Right.
right? And so like when you eat them, like when you like get your ketchup, like you could literally scoop up. It's like little spoons. Like you could scoop up a whole slab of ketchup and just eat that thing. But the burgers, dude, I kid you not, they are perfecto.
Cool. All right.
Perfecto. Double.
Let's get into the news.
Hey, let's
People
do
want
what's
the
in a
news.
box,
Oh, you
man.
want that? Okay.
Yeah, let's get what's
right,
happening in the
let's
box
see.
here.
Don't give the answer away. So, I'm black and white, but rarely red. Red. When I appear, most folks will tread. Though small in size, my power is grand. One little spray and you'll understand. What is in the box? What could be in the box today?
One little spray, you'll understand.
Yeah, we have squirt
black.
gun. We have skunk.
Oh,
we
people already
have-
asking?
Yeah. So what do you
yeah.
think it is?
I'm black and white and rarely red. When I appear, yes.
So
Yeah.
what do you guys think?
I'm gonna go with skunk.
You can go skunk?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, the skunk makes a lot of sense because obviously you get the hell out of there when you see a skunk.
Right.
Yeah, we had the skunk last night. I don't know where he was, but if you've ever gotten your dogs, have you ever had your dog
yeah.
sprayed?
Oh yeah.
Okay, it's
That
a pain in
sucks.
the ass.
It sucks.
Yeah, fortunately, when the last time that the dogs got sprayed, it was timber, and it was one of the nights we were already outside. It was like summertime, so it was already probably like in the 90s.
Yeah.
At 11 o'clock at night, and so we were able to get her all dialed in with her tomato juice and
Dawn soap
Dawn
or whatever.
soap
Yeah,
and
whatever it is.
there was all kind of I mean, it worked,
Yeah.
but
It doesn't
I mean,
work 100%. You still get that residual.
she was pretty
stain.
good actually.
Yeah?
I mean, yeah, she was. I don't recall it like being bad after we did all that.
I wonder if dogs with longer hair, it's easier to get out because you're only getting that one first layer of hair. Like my dogs are short hair, so it'll go to their skin. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when they get sprayed, it'll go to the skin. Maybe I don't know.
I don't know
Whatever it
either.
is, it stinks.
But either way, if your dog's ever been sprayed by a skunk, you know.
Hey, we had our first snake sighting here.
Oh gosh.
My neighbor mowed his yard out there, his pasture out there, and immediately he went out there and he said he saw a snake. It was like about 4 feet long, and yeah, he picked it up with the little snake thing, and it was crazy. Yeah.
Rattler?
No, it looked like a rattler, but it was a
Gopher?
I think it was like a gopher. No, like a gopher snake, maybe. Yeah, something like that. Gopher snake, king snake.
All right, you gotta so you keep the king snakes.
I just always look in here. Every time I come in here, I always look down on the ground because it's really dark in here, and there's a lot of corners for snakes to hide.
Jennifer,
So.
they found a snake lizard in the house last week. A baby snake lizard.
I hate those.
Dude, a baby snake lizard is God's way of saying, listen, here, this is a snake, but it's not going to hurt you. You know what I'm saying?
I agree, yeah.
Dude, but I'm talking like a baby is like this, and I shoot it off the front porch like the weekend before.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it was that same one that came back up, because he was at the door when I saw him, and I'm like, what the hell is it? You know, have you ever seen like a really big centipede, or not a centipede, what do you call those? They look like little worms, and they have like a million little fingers, coming off.
Like a centipede.
Is it a centipede?
Centipede, millipede, yeah.
Millipede. Yeah. No, a millipede is the hard one, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so a centipede.
Yeah.
So it looked like a centipede, and I looked down, and it was a little tiny baby snake lizard. I was like, oh my gosh. So, I hate lizards. I hate snakes. And I was trying to kick him off, but he kept coming back. Literally, I kicked him off, and
to hang out?
He came back, and he kept coming. I'm like, okay, dude. So I have to reach down and grab him. So, jump down there, and I didn't know what was going to happen.
Right.
And he didn't do much. And then I, flung him down the hill. But then, like I said, they said last week they found one inside the house.
Eek.
And I went, oh, my God.
That's
okay,
disgusting.
so that immediately just set me on this, I've got to seal the house up, because around the doors, around the bottom of the doors, I just get that foam stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Everything and anything, dude. This house is going to be locked tight.
Well, let's get into some news here.
All right.
Let's figure this out.
Let's see.
What else you got?
We've got some burglaries going on. Now everybody's outside, hitting the trails, hitting the hiking here in the San Luis Obispo County, North County. But we've got an alert by the San Luis Obispo Sheriff Department that deputies have arrested 2 people in Santa Maria with a connection to the series of vehicle burglaries along the Bob Jones Trail in San Luis Obispo, as well as in Pismo Beach and Pomo. Suspects were identified, and both had known addresses, were taken into custody at a hotel in Santa Maria. According to the San Luis Obispo Sheriff's Office, multiple vehicles burglaries occurred throughout March at the Bob Jones Trail along the Ontario Road. In one case, March 31st, a victim returned from the trail to find her vehicle's front and rear passenger windows broken and their wallet and credit cards stolen. While speaking with deputies, the victim received alerts that the stolen cards had been used at 2 retail locations. One attempt purchase, which was declined, totaled more than $500. Other transactions for more than $300 were completed. So deputies are saying to make sure that you guys keep anything visual out of sight in the vehicle if you are going to leave the car, but take your valuables and belongings with you.
All right.
I think that's a normal to do.
Don't leave your cell phone sitting on the center console, wallet, laptop, whatever.
Yeah, don't leave things that in eyes view that looks like somebody needs to take it.
Right.
Right? Because they're going to just bust out the window.
Yep.
So, hey, make sure you guys stay on. We have Gina and Gail coming on with the Atascadero WineFest coming up in June, right? In June's the WineFest, and we're going to hear about what happened. What do we got going on? We're going to be starting to give away tickets to the WineFest this year. But we're going to hear about what's happened between now and then. This event's getting bigger and bigger. It's fun. We were there last year, had a blast.
Yes.
And got to drink some awesome wine. Got to talk to some interesting winemakers.
Yeah.
And got smashed like everybody else, man. I mean, literally. We got smashed like everybody else.
Oh, hey, by the way, Riker came over to my mother and father-in-law's house.
Yeah, from Cordon?
Saturday. He's from Cordon, but he brought his own wine now. So he's doing his own label too as well. So, yeah, he came by. It was cool deal.
Nice.
Yeah. So
Nice.
We got to take a break, though.
All right, let's take a break. We will be right back to the Morning Brew.
My name is Jennifer Borhone-Wescombe.
And I'm Haley Wescombe from Borhone Auto Center. Borhone Auto Center is a family-owned and operated GMC dealership. We are your go-to dealership for quality vehicles. With a vast inventory and personalized service, we are here to make your purchase seamless.
Whether it's a luxurious Yukon or a rugged Sierra, we have the perfect ride for you. Come see us today to experience the Borhone family difference. We are located on the corner of Highway 46 East and Golden Hill Road in Paso Robles.
Atascadero isn't your standard getaway. We're unique, just like you. We're growing, transforming, and figuring it out as we go. We're a town filled with innovators, artists, makers, and game changers. We're a little bit country, a little bit funky, and always authentic. We're here for your good times, your slow times, and your changing times. We are all in Atascadero. Come see for yourself. Learn more at visitatascadero.com.
Hey, welcome back to the Morning Brew, guys. We're kicking it off Monday morning, day after Easter. Let's see. Today is Matt Gifford's birthday. If you see him, MGP Coatings, get over to his page. Give him a big shout. How old? If you were to guess, how old do you think Matt is?
Let's see. Matt would be like 51, 49 to 51 age. What do you think?
Let's see. He's been married twice. He's got.
Just put the guy out on blast.
Well, yeah. I mean, he's got a lot of kids and grandkids.
Yeah, but
so what I'm doing is I'm putting the clay on the mound.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
Because if he's like, okay,
40,
so he's.
I'd say like 49, 50.
I would say 40. I'm gonna go with 50. Well,
I don't know. I don't. He doesn't look like a 50-year-old to me.
I bet he's 49. I would say 48 or 49.
That's what I'm kind of thinking in that realm. You know what I mean?
Or 55 or 56.
Okay.
Okay.
Jeez,
so
that's a big difference.
I know. I'm going to go one or the other.
I'll say 49 or 73. Jesus.
Yeah. All right. So we're going to have to get a confirmation of. Hey, let's all put everybody that's on there. Let's all guess.
Yeah.
Let's give away a hat. Who's the closest to Matt's age?
We don't even know Matt's age.
I know, but Matt will have to confirm. Yeah, we gotta figure that out. Hey, so you know what else I did? I totally forgot. So I took my grandson to the zoo on Friday.
Oh, okay, cool.
So we went over there and checked out the zoo, the tiger, dude, and I totally forgot about it, but I will do it tomorrow. I'll send it to you, dude. The tiger squirted.
Oh, peed?
Yeah, it sprayed.
Yeah.
It literally
on you guys or
huh?
On you guys?
No, it actually hit the sign that says "Watch out! This tiger can spray."
Piss on it.
And this tiger was he was so active because we got there at 8 o'clock, right?
Right.
Got there at 8 o'clock when the feeding time is. Everybody's all excited.
Oh, cool.
And so the lion was just sitting there cruising around. He was at one point attacking the ball. He has this big ass plastic ball.
Yeah.
That's out he can move it all over the place, but he was literally walking through and then all of a sudden just jumps on it, rolls, and then keeps going. And he kept doing this lap, right? He's cruising by. He's like, I'm not gonna mess with you. Ah! All of a sudden just attack it, right?
Yeah.
Got that on video too. But as he came around, dude, I literally watched his butt go turned into a football shape. And dude shot, and I'm filming it, dude, so I got it on film. Shot this spray of piss that shot across the path where people were at, dude, and I was like, oh my God, right? But then we went over to the Spider Monkeys, which is a MGP Coating sponsored display.
Yeah.
And sat there and watched those guys for about a half an hour.
Cool. They're fun to watch, man.
They are fun to watch. We had a good time.
Good.
Like I said, the zoo is badass, and I thought it was the whole thing, even the flamingos. Oh, I didn't get this one on film, but it was flamingo sex.
Yeah.
So it was, because remember last week when we went with Dr. Cynthia, and she was saying it's mating season?
It's mating time.
So we definitely watched some baby flamingos being made.
Nice.
Jennifer's she's like this, because I'm over here checking out because everything was right there, dude. It was the flamingos were just hanging out. She's like, hey. I'm like, what? She's like, hey. I'm like, she's like, look. I'm like, and then there's so many flamingos, so my eyes weren't fixated on
just the
flamingo
ones.
sex.
Yeah, yeah.
But I was like, oh my God. Dude, it was the flamingo in the front was his head, her head, whatever was in the water, drinking, and the other flamingo was buried deep into the back. Dude, it was. I was like, getting my phone out, and by the time I could get to my video, they were already done. I'm like, this is getting growing. What's up? Hey, what's up, North County? Hey, we're here live. We're here live with the flamingos in the back. Right now, at this moment, we are making flamingos. But
what an adventure for the day.
Oh, yeah.
Carson got and all that stuff.
Yeah, Carson got to see flamingo sacks.
How funny.
A tiger pissing, trying to shoot people.
Yeah.
And then, and the monkeys were eating poop.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So the monkeys were crapping out like things that look like would be like Cheetos, like the puff Cheetos.
Uh-huh.
That's what they look like on the ground, but they were poop.
It?
Yeah, they were eating it.
Ugh.
Dude, yeah. So that was Carson's takeaway was the monkeys eating the poop because we're like, they're eating, just chomping on these things like biscuits, dude. Hey, Farm Supply, we had Kara Cry in a couple weeks ago, which she let us know that she is going to be moving on from Farm Supply after almost 30 years. I think she was with Farm Supply.
30 years, yeah.
But she is moving on, and Farm Supply has named a new CEO. Company has operations in Paso Robles, San Luis Obispo, Rio Grande, Santa Maria, and Buellton. But they have appointed Michael Mendez as its new Chief Executive Officer, effective April 8th. He succeeds Kara Wright, who served as the Chief Executive Officer for 7 years and spent nearly 30 years with the company. Michael is a graduate of Cal Poly University and brings experience from food and agriculture industries. He grew up on the family farm in California's Central Valley and participated in Future Farmers of America, which is FFA. Before joining Farm Supply, he served as a Chief Executive Officer of Just Desserts, a bakery based in San Francisco, where he expanded the company's national presence. He also previously led Diamond Foods, where he launched an Emerald snack line and oversaw acquisitions of Pop Secret and Kettle Chips. So welcome to the Central Coast. Welcome to the North County. Welcome to Farm Supply.
Pretty sure he'll do a good job. Sounds like he's got the education behind him to do it.
Yeah. So we've got Gail and Gina coming in with the
Atascadero Wine Festival.
Atascadero Wine Fest, and just to give you a little heads up this week, we also have Mark Borhone coming in tomorrow with owner of Borhone Auto Center. He's got a dragster race team. He's got some cool stuff. He's going to have some good stories. He's also bringing Ronnie Mayfield in with him, which is the new sales manager over there at Borhone.
Cool.
That is tomorrow. Thursday, we have Kimber Black, which she produces the Three Speckled Hens shows twice a year on the Central Coast. And that's going to be coming back this weekend at the Paso Robles Event Center. We'll be giving away some tickets, day passes for that as well. And we'll have her in and to discuss what's happening.
Sweet.
And we got the Sheriff Rodeo coming up again in May, so you don't want to miss that. We got the Stacy Strong Golf Tournament coming up in June. So we've got a lot of stuff happening. And we've got guests coming in, and don't want to turn this off because, like I said, we are staying on. We're recording, we're filming for 24 hours straight.
Jeez.
24 hours straight. We're going to go right into like the lunchtime zone. We're going to have the afternoon zone. We're going to have the evening zone. We're going to have Wonk After Dark. We're going to have all kinds of stuff. That might be gone from the hot tub, but we're going to try it out, see what happens.
All right. Well, let's go to break real quick.
All right, let's go to break, and we will be right back to the Morning Brew.
Hi, this is Dave Story, small game hunter with Story Termite and Pest. We're a full-service termite and pest control company. From rodents to termites, we can take care of all your pest control needs. Call today. We can tailor a pest control program that will meet your needs and budget. Contact us at 805-460-0650 or at storytermite.com. Remember, we don't have customers, we have friends.
Yep. Hey, welcome back to the What's Up North County Morning Brew, guys. Monday morning. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, happy birthday, Matt Gifford, MGP Coatings. So if you see him out there, give him a big squat of the butt. Just say happy birthday from What's Up. But guys, stay tuned in. We have Gina and Gail from the Atascadero WineFest coming in, and we're going to be chatting about what's happening over there in Atascadero at the park this summer. So you don't want to miss that. And we're going to be hearing about all the different activities, sponsors, wine members, crew members, everybody that's going to be there. And as always, guys, we got the rodeo coming up in May. Paso Robles at the Event Center. You don't want to miss that as well. We're going to be giving away tickets. We're giving away tickets right now on the Instagram page and our Facebook page. Pair of tickets to Easton Corbin Friday night. We got a pair of tickets to the rodeo on Saturday, which we will be broadcasting live, so you don't want to miss that. Come over and say hi, and, maybe we'll give you a hat. But as always, guys, we love you. Stay tuned because we're going to be talking Wine Fest in Atascadero with Gail and Gina coming up. We'll be right back.
Hi, this is Dave Story, small game hunter with Story Termite and Pest. We're a full-service termite and pest control company. From rodents to termites, we can take care of all your pest control needs. Call today, we can tailor a pest control program that will meet your needs and budget. Contact us at 805-460-0650 or at storytermite.com. Remember, we don't have customers, we have friends.
Hi, it's Alex with Suprema Meat Market. We are a Mexican meat market with a taqueria. Come enjoy our high-quality cuts and meats. We offer choice and prime Harris Ranch beef, as well as chicken, seafood, and pork items. In the taqueria, all of our tacos come with handmade tortillas. We also offer specialty items like chilaquiles and chile rellenos. Come enjoy Taco Tuesday with Suprema. We offer our tacos at $1.99 each. Suprema Meat Market is located at 8950 Montecito Avenue in Atascadero.
Are you tired of looking at that worn-out concrete garage floor, patio, or porch? Look no further than MGP Coatings, where customer service reigns supreme. Our team goes above and beyond to ensure your satisfaction every step of the way. Before we even start coating, we meticulously repair your concrete, ensuring a flawless finish that lasts. And here's the best part. Our Pentec coatings are 4 times stronger than epoxy, so they won't chip or peel, making maintenance a breeze. Plus, they come with a limited lifetime warranty. Call us today at 805-952-5301 or check out our Facebook and Instagram and experience the MGP coating difference. Don't wait. Transform your garage, patio, porch, or driveway and become a part of the MGP coating family.
What's up, North County? This is Teresa Branch with Airflow Filter Service. We are a family-owned business right here in the North County. We have air filters, oils and lubricants, and hydraulic hoses. We provide services that include air filter cleaning, DPF cleaning, and waste oil collection. Come check us out at 1140 Ramada Drive, and we can help you with all your automotive and industrial vehicle needs.
Hi, this is Omid
And Deanna.
at North County Junk Removal. We are a business known for helping our neighbors and our community.
Let us help you save money and get rid of any unwanted items.
And rest assured that our professional team adheres to global standards of safety and recycling. We are fully licensed and insured for your peace of mind.
We are locally owned and operated, and we look forward to helping you with all your junk removal needs.
Please call us at 805-769-6966.
Atascadero isn't your standard getaway. We're unique, just like you. We're growing, transforming, and figuring it out as we go. We're a town filled with innovators, artists, makers, and game changers. We're a little bit country, a little bit funky, and always authentic. We're here for your good times, your slow times, and your changing times. We are all in Atascadero. Come see for yourself. Learn more at visitatascadero.com.
Welcome to the Morning Brew back. What's up, North County? Here we got Gina and Gail with the Atascadero WineFest, and we're chatting what's happening here in Atascadero. So
that's right.
Yeah, thanks for coming by and telling us a little bit. You guys got your purple shirts on, all ready for WineFest.
That's right. June 21st.
June 21st.
I know. I can't believe it.
Seems like we just did this.
I know.
Right?
I pulled in the parking lot and went, "Wait a minute, what's that I just hear?"
Yeah. So, so how many years is this?
28.
28 years.
Yeah.
And I really and I know the story, but I want to hear it again. And I think, how did this get started? So the story of how WineFest came about is a really interesting story.
Well, it started with a group of 5 people that would meet once a week at an old Italian restaurant in Atascadero called Village Cafe.
Okay.
And they were just sitting around having wine and decided, hey, why don't we do a wine festival? Barbie Boots, was part of that little group, and they started out, and I don't know how many people initially attended, but
I think they had like 10 wineries to start with.
Something like that. But it just grew, and Gail and I have been with the group, or the committee. I've been there for 17 years.
I've been there over 20, so.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My goodness.
So we've really watched it grow.
And just the wine industry in the North County, I'm born and raised in Atascadero, and I don't really recall. The wineries have been here. There's like Rada, has been here, like one of the grandfathers.
Sennies and
yeah. Some of these wineries have been here, forever and ever and ever.
Right.
There's some old vines here, but there's a lot of new stuff. New tasting rooms, new vines, new everything over the last 20 years, 15 years.
Be, over 200, close to 300 wineries, I think.
At and that's an interesting fact, because at one point I think there was an actual number had been published. This was like probably about 10 years ago that there was approximately 345 tasting rooms.
Wow.
or wine type venues in just the North County, not the whole county. So
well, and that's what we try and do is bring in. We have the bigger wineries come in as well, but we have a lot of the boutique wineries that people don't even know about, that come to our festival.
Well, and you guys have some draw, because it's at the Atascadero Park, which
is amazing.
Beautiful, natural shade, with the trees. The park is so green. The lake is full. The zoo is like,
phenomenal.
Is awesome. So it's a really cool event versus being out in the middle of a field with your pop-up.
Right.
It's still hot, so you have that natural shade, that
or
natural
in a commercial
cooling.
Building.
Exactly. So you guys, it just has a lot of ambience, not ambience, but what am I looking for? The view, the visuals, the feeling,
it's a Norman Rockwell
everything.
setting.
Yeah, it's a really awesome feel.
Right.
And then of course we were there. But that was fun.
Yeah,
You know,
I
I got to do
love
some
that.
interviews with them different winemakers and learn about the wines. I think my funnest interview was Tavio with Del Paso wine.
Oh, yeah.
De La Paso or Paso del Wine. I can't remember which one it is, but he was the one that came up through the fields, worked in the fields, 6th grade education, and now he's the winemaker of the winery.
It's amazing.
That's amazing.
So, but now, so Gail, tell me, what is your favorite wine? Do you like the reds, the blends, the whites? What is your favorite
I'm more of
style?
a white person, but you know, if the reds are good, I'm all for that too. But I go a little bit towards the whites.
Yeah, Gina?
Oh, I like the blends, and then I like the Viogniers. I think it's really good. But yeah, and then I like to go to sangria. So a little mixture of everything. But
That's for the summertime when it's nice and hot, huh? Put some ice in there and enjoy that
good.
flavor.
Yeah.
And there's so many different wineries to go to, just not even just for the wine itself, but the actual
The
venue.
atmosphere. Oh yeah, the
You know,
venues are
Right.
beautiful. Some
I
of
mean,
them.
so I mean, and there's a lot of those in our area of North County that is like, we'll say they have trains, they have golf course, putting greens, they've got ponds, they've got fishing ponds.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just so much stuff to do.
caves.
And caves, right?
Right.
And just anything and everything. There's tours. You can go into the back countries, on these different vineyards and check out the vines. And some of these vines, we're talking 200 years old, and then some.
And then
Right.
some, yeah.
And you know what amazed me? We had gone to an event at Booker Winery, which is beautiful in their caves. And I was really surprised to hear that a lot of the vineyards around here are dry farmers. So they really don't use water. They do dry farming. That was a real interest
Yeah.
to me.
People complain, the vineyards are taking all the water,
Right.
but a lot of them aren't.
Very cool. Well, awesome. So what are you guys looking for this year? You guys are need some volunteers, and
We need some volunteers.
talk to me about that.
Well, we can't do it without the volunteers. They come in, they help
Right.
set us up. We have them help deliver the vendors and the wineries to their spaces with golf carts.
Set up,
Clean up, and
organize it during the day.
just a little help checking to see if maybe a winery only has one person pouring, if they need to take a potty break or whatever to help them out, or if they need more ice.
Now, are you still accepting wineries to come in?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.
So
wineries, breweries, cideries, distilleries,
okay.
And somebody brought up, we have designated drivers, and maybe bring in some non-alcoholic for those
Some mocktails or something?
mocktails or something
Mocktails.
if they're interested in coming in. And you can just go onto the website, Atascadero Lakeside Wine Festival, and sign up.
The mocktails are becoming popular with the younger generation.
They are.
Because they're not drinking, as studies say, as much.
Right.
But the mocktails are
Still socializing.
Right.
exactly still socializing, still having their flavors, but yet they're not getting the,
The alcohol.
alcohol content of it.
Right.
So, and that's a good idea. But last year you also had water. You had the water companies.
We have the
805 Water.
We have 805 Water. We have iTech Wines that are supplying us water. They're highly filtrated water. And they're in aluminum bottles.
Is that the one that was at the tent?
Yes.
The chamber tent?
The chamber tent.
Okay.
They're in the old aluminum bottles, which is really cool, and they stay cold, and the water is phenomenal.
Right. And you guys had vendors. You guys had some people
We have craft
selling.
vendors, everything from jewelry making to artists to
Woodworking.
just, so we're getting close on closing out the vendors.
Okay. And so what will you take up to date-wise?
Date-wise, for wineries and breweries, we'd like to have it the first part of June, because we need to put the map together,
Okay.
get organized.
And you guys have a special going on, like early bird
Early bird
purchases
tickets.
right now, right?
Right now, until the end of the month, they're $65.
Okay.
Then they go up to $75, and the day of, they go up to $90.
Does anybody buy them the day of?
Absolutely.
Really?
Yeah.
Jeez.
You'd think they'd buy them early, but
You know, we live in an area that, you know, people are so unknown what they're doing for the weekend. Then all of a sudden it's like, oh, this.
well, beautiful day.
Right.
You know, and remember our event is from 4 to 8 in the evening, so it's kind of like a date night. You know, you can make an evening out of it. We've got great foods coming in.
Entertainment.
Entertainment.
Oh, tell me about the entertainment. Who's going to be
garden
playing?
party playing up on the main bandstand at the park. And then I'm not sure who's in the garden or in the zoo, but we also have a little quieter music in the zoo.
Okay, so the zoo is open too for WineFest?
Zoo is open as well.
The zoo's open. There'll be wineries in there. And then we have the new area called the Zoo Garden, and there's wineries in there. People loved it last year.
Seating area.
Seating area to go.
It was really a nice area. People
Yeah.
just loved that.
And then they have also the lake area, which is up by the
Yeah, we've kind
pavilion.
of backed away from that because that gets so hot up there. And it's
Okay.
not. So we've kind of kept everything down except for the bandstand, and you're welcome to bring your low back chairs, blankets, sit up there, relax, listen to the music, go, you know, get your taste of wines or whatever, beers, and go dance up there and have a great
And
time.
we still have wineries up there.
Yeah,
as
up
well.
towards that area, you know, so it's not that everything's down below, but, you know, that one area up by the lake gets really hot.
And for vendors that want to sell their craft, what's the cost for them to get a booth for
$100.
$100.
$100.
Okay. And so, and then they're obviously required to be there all day.
All day.
Okay.
Well, they come in about, noon, 1 o'clock?
Yes.
And gives them time to set up, and we need everybody prepped and ready to go like half an hour before the event.
And how many people do you expect to come to the event?
We've had about 1,500 people.
Wow.
So
And
it's a good event, and it's a local event. You know, where some of the other wine fests are more tourist, ours is more local.
And I know in the past you guys have had, because there's so many different wine events in the county that happens, you know, everybody's and I would assume that you guys all try to coordinate your calendars.
Oh yeah.
Is that like, I mean, I know you can't coordinate with everybody, but there's some sort of attempt to not like overlap on something else.
A couple years ago we had a little conflict with another big event, but we've worked that out with them, and everything seems to be working great again.
And then you guys made the change from going from like peak hours into the later part of the day based on heat and stuff like that too.
Yeah, when you were putting red wine on ice, that wasn't working.
Yeah. Let's see. And then what about some of the different vendors, like the food vendors? Are you guys have food vendors there? Tell me about that.
We are. What we try to do is not duplicate the food. So we have a food court area. We're going to have the Greek food pizza guy. We're going to have Elias Simon. He's going to be doing smash burgers. We have Pacific Harvest, and I think they're going to be doing like more of the fresh food, vegetable food wraps. We're going to have Mr. Q's. They'll be doing Mexican food. We'll have Paso Robles Street Side. They usually do like their mac and cheese. Then we have Oslo Good. She makes candy, really yummy candy. We'll have the Kettle Corn Lady.
And we have the Ohana.
Oh, Ohana Brothers
With their
sells the chips. So we don't like to go too heavy on the food because we, want it to be good for everyone, right? But
a good variety.
But we have a good variety. And I also want to say one thing that's important to me is for people to know that the Wine Festival supports our zoo. A lot of the proceeds go to help build habitats for animals in the zoo, like they help build the flamingo habitat, several others. But they also help out a lot with community projects, and that's really important to me, and I think people should know that.
And I think that's why it's a good draw for the people, and there's still, I'd see still a good portion of people here in the North County that's never been to the zoo, don't know where it's at, but it's just such it's such a rare gem that we have in our community. It's accredited, which is,
got accredited again for another 5 years, which is a big.
And that's a huge amongst the zoo organizations of being accredited, and it's not just, they just don't throw those out to anybody. It's only one of like 325 accredited zoos in the nation amongst thousands of zoos.
Right. I remember back in the early 80s, Atascadero Zoo was like the 28th accredited zoo in the United States.
Wow.
That's pretty amazing in our little town.
Well, we got to go back behind the scenes with Dr. Cynthia recently, which we'll have that out here shortly. But
she was so nice.
It's just such a interesting zoo, with so many different.
It's beautiful.
I mean, you have the habitats, you have your biodiverse diversity climates of these different for the different animals. I mean, you got the bamboos, which you walk back to the red pandas. Oh. It's like you're walking back to the jungle. You got the new spider monkeys with the exhibit there. You got the flamingos.
They're
the
beautiful.
Flamingos are, that's been all redone.
Oh, yeah.
And so, walking around there, it's not like going through just a big zoo with animals in cages. These things have the lion, is amazing. Oh, he puts on a show. We were just there on Friday with my grandson, and it's just such a awesome place that we have right here. And I just really think it's underseen amongst the new people that are moving in here. So you guys do a great job at bringing those and exposing those people to the zoo that never really knew that it was there.
Imagine going up and seeing the red pandas and having a glass of wine right there.
Right.
We set them up inside there, so it's a lot of fun. Now, and the animals are out, because it's evening. It's not so hot.
Yeah. So Gail, I know you do a lot of wine stuff and a lot of different wine. How does this event compare to some of the ones like the Sonoma ones and that kind of stuff?
Oh, geez.
I know.
Well, that's a tough question because I haven't been to that one, but I do put on another little festival up in the mountains, up in the southern Sequoias, and I've kind of copied off of Atascadero's to help them out up there. And,
okay.
And but ours is just so friendly, and people are happy to be there, and they enjoy the day,
And what kind of response from here? So we're at 28 years, right?
Yes.
This is the 28th year. You've grown from, a few wineries to what we're at, over 50 of the top region's finest, right? You're going to have, everybody, it's going to be well-known names.
Right.
Right. So you've grown from, something that was just thought of at a table over wine to something that is put on by a number. I mean, how many volunteers do you guys have with your group putting this together?
Volunteers, we usually have somewhere around 100.
The day of. But to put on the event, there's about 10 of us.
Okay.
So
wow.
that really,
Most of us work on it all year long.
Yeah.
But we generally start January or February, start really having our monthly meetings,
but we're
pulling
constantly
things together.
If I'm out and about, talking to people.
What are some of the things that you just haven't been able to initiate yet that you want to with WineFest? Is there anything else that you could add to bring more of a pizzazz or value or?
Well, we've been kind of working on a VIP session. We haven't quite figured out how we want to do that, but we're hoping that next year we can have a VIP tasting maybe an hour before the opening of the wine festival. So you'll be able to come in. We'll have food tastings paired with wine. featuring some wineries. We're kind of working on that. We just haven't figured it out yet. But I think that's one of our goals for next year.
Yeah.
I will say, so I got to have Scott on with Lavigne last year, and he gave me a little bit of a food pairing, cheese pairing, wine experience. And I would say that would be a really good additional offering, like you said, for the VIP, because when he started getting out all these cheeses and crackers and different wines, I was like, okay, but it was really like
cool.
It was really cool because the everything that he was saying, I was experiencing. The taste difference between this wine with that cheese and smoked Gouda and different combinations. It was like really wine and cheese, but then now I get it, and so that's what the experience was.
And a lot of people don't understand that until they actually do it, like you.
Right. And so with stuff like that, you had, like I said, you had a huge variety of different people. You had just the one wine maker all the way up to, like I said, like the Lavignes, the wineries that have been here forever, combining cheeses and the wines with different tastes and different palates for your tastes and everything.
Right.
So it was a really cool experience. And then going into having the wine in the zoo. And now this year, with all the different exhibits that have changed from last year, the spider monkeys. I mean, who gets to be around? How is anybody like calling? Like, I want to be next to the spider monkey.
We have people that request. I have 2 wineries that request to be at the Red Panda.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I have Tolo and DeBost that always request. They love being up there.
Yeah.
They love overlooking the red pandas, and it's.
Oh, they're up in the up top.
They're up top.
Up there in the
little gazebo
not down
type.
below.
Yeah.
Do you have any new wineries coming this year that you didn't have last year?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I couldn't name them all, but we have a lot of the same, but we have a lot of new ones coming in. So.
Where do they come from? Do they reach out to you, or do you reach out to them?
We reach out to them mostly. I get a list of all the wineries every time I check the websites and pages or the news or any new wineries that come up. I contact them right away.
And what are they expected to bring? X amount of cases, or how does that work? Do they pay to be involved?
They pay to be involved. It's
Okay.
a minimal fee of $150.
Okay.
Which goes right back into putting the event on and donations and whatnot.
Right.
And then we just ask them, we leave it up to them what they want to bring. And usually it's about 4 cases they bring for that many people.
Okay.
And if they'd like to donate to the zoo any leftover wine for zoo events.
Future events, right.
They're welcome to do that.
Okay.
So, and a lot of them do, which helps the zoo out further down the road when they put on a big event.
And not only wineries, but you also have breweries.
Right.
You have ciders.
We have ciders.
Right. So you have something that's may or may not be, somebody's cup of tea, so to speak, for the wine, but there's something for
we even have
the spouses.
Right.
That's not there for the wines.
We have Bethel Road Distillery coming in with their distillery, so we got a little hard liquor in there.
Okay.
Got to have that.
What about Humdinger?
Humdinger is coming.
We got exposed to his seltzer, strawberry seltzer, a couple years ago.
Yeah, Humdinger's coming. Slow cider. Oh, I wish I brought the list.
Oh, I have it.
Central Coast Brewery.
Central Coast Brew is coming.
And there's a lot of those little craft breweries in our area. I mean, we're talking about wineries,
right?
But now we have craft breweries, starting to take a lot of the lead.
Yeah.
Amongst the different hydrating spaces.
I can't read that.
Here, I can read that.
You printed
Let's see.
it.
Here you go.
Here.
We got a bigger number.
Yeah, you got, and this is just, they're still coming in daily.
Wow, that's quite a bit.
Yeah.
Some of these are new. Of course, you have your standards, you have your barrel houses, you have Midnight Cellars. Midnight Cellars has been here, for quite some time. Hope Family Wines, You got Lavigne. You know, like I said, I can't wait for that one. I want to have him
come in. Yeah.
Yeah, back on. So, but you have Slow Cider. You know, some of these ones are, you know, Hoyt Family Vineyards.
Right.
You know, so you guys have some really good ones. And what are some of the other ones that you're looking forward to having?
Well, we're trying to get Dow. We're working on Justin.
Okay.
There's just Grey Wolf is coming in. In fact, they're on part of our committee, that and Booker.
Do you still need people to like jump on board for help, like putting this together, or are you guys good with like?
With the committee putting it together, we're okay. But the day of is the day that we really need volunteers.
And that's what you guys are looking for right now. Now, is there a way for, and I think of like, you know, students, high school students. Is there any way? Can they be a part of that?
They could be for setup, but not during the event because it's alcohol, and you know that's not something you want high school kids to be involved in.
So you're looking for somebody during the events too for helping, making sure going around the different booths, making sure anybody needs anything. Because I know they were really good last year with coming around, asking if we need water, asking if we need, you know, if anything and everything that we needed.
And that's what we try and do with all the vendors.
Yeah.
You know, is help them out because they're there to help us out.
And if anybody's interested in volunteering, you can go to the website.
Yeah, there's a link. I sent a link over. I don't know if we've got
Atascadero Lakeside
Wine Festival.
WineFest.
That's for the tickets, yeah. And then there's a link to sign up as. We're trying to get the new link up on the website.
Okay.
And that should be up next couple days. But there is a link that you can go to.
Also, Gail, I think you should talk about the wine pass.
Oh yeah. Well, and if you volunteer for cleanup, which we know everybody loves to do, not. We have the Central Coast Winery Passport that we will give you as well as 2 tickets to the festival. Or
for
ticket for this year.
Okay.
Okay, we have this wine passport that has like 65 wineries, breweries, and whatever that you go to and you get a free tasting.
And you can purchase that ticket as well without being a volunteer.
Without being a volunteer.
Atascadero Chamber.
Right.
.org?
Yeah, .org.
And that's a pretty cool little thing,
Yeah.
you know, to have a pass and
Get
how
free
many
tasting.
wineries are on
65.
that? 65 wineries. You get a free tasting. So, and the pass costs how much?
$75.
$75.
But that's a.
And they only offer so many a year.
Right.
So that's a
And that's exclusive through
the chamber.
Atascadero Chamber?
Right, that's something else we put on. And then, of course, if you volunteer, you get a free ticket to the wine festival. So
lock it in.
Lock it in.
Right? Come on out and help. It's a fun day. I mean, you can't pass it up.
It's a couple hours of work.
Yeah, we just ask for a couple hours of work. You know, if you can
Right.
stay longer, we'd love to have your help.
And people generally do, you know, they come in early and help us out and generally help until we don't need the help.
Yeah.
So.
Awesome. And Gina, you brought a good size of a amount of papers there.
Oh, it's just all my.
Did we cover everything?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think we have.
So we got WineFest coming up June 21st.
4 to 8.
Right now it's $65 for tickets until the end of the month.
Right.
Goes up to $75.
Right.
And then if you happen to be a late goer, day of, you're paying top dollar, which is $90.
Right.
So get your tickets, like right now, between now and the end of the month.
Right.
That's the best time to get your tickets because obviously you guys can, you know, account for how many people is going to be there. Do you guys ever cap off, or would you have to cap off?
I think we're trying to cap off at 1,500.
1,500.
So 1,500 tickets, and that's it.
That's it.
So you could be sold out. You sold out last year, I think, right?
We did sell out last year.
So you could sell out. Like there was nobody coming in at $90.
No.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Get your tickets now. So
absolutely
make your plans to go to the Atascadero WineFest, June 21st. You can't ask. It's going to be a beautiful day. We already know it's going to be a beautiful day.
It's always a beautiful day.
Know,
beautiful scenery
get to be at the
and
zoo.
setting.
Get to go to the zoo. Get to
Sip
hear
wine,
music. Sip wine.
Socialize.
You know, you're going to run into everybody.
everybody, you run into everybody. And like you said,
It's so fun.
It's like I said, I have never been a really big wine person, but
I'm learning.
I am. And
We're all learning because every day it changes.
100%. And that's what I want to do with, some of your winemakers is to bring them in and have our own little wine tastings right here. So then that way our viewers can be like, oh, this winery is going to be there. Not to say that
If you go on the website, you'll see the wineries that are going to be there. They're putting them on the website.
And those are getting updated daily.
Yes.
And people are going in. So now, can you cap out at wineries that can go?
Well,
we're going to say 100.
Yeah, 100. We'll go. The top we've ever done is 80.
Okay.
And that's a lot of wine when they're bringing in, 3 and 4 different types of wine.
And you're going to have wineries set up in the park.
Right.
You're going to have wineries set up in the zoo.
And the zoo garden area.
And the garden area.
Which is beautiful. It's just a great little setup.
Yeah.
And then there will be food there.
There'll be food
There
to
will be
purchase.
food to purchase.
And there's music.
Crafts.
I mean,
beer.
It's truly a fun event.
Seltzer. You name it, we've got it.
So everything packed in 2 hours.
Right.
Everything packed in 2 hours, and you get a lot done in 2 hours. Is it 2 hours?
4 hours.
4 hours. Okay.
2 hours.
I know.
I was going to say, oh no,
really fast.
I was just thinking that myself. Going, wait a minute, we broadcasted last
We
year
asked
for 2
the
hours.
volunteers to at least do 2 hours.
Right.
Okay.
That's where you got your 2 hours, I think.
Awesome. So they can get over to the website, get their tickets now.
Right.
Right. They can also get over there and sign up to be a volunteer.
Right.
Yes, please
need help, and you get to get a wine pass. Right.
No, a ticket for wine tasting, a wine pass, and a ticket is if you
help clean up,
do cleanup,
part of the cleanup.
Nobody, because that's where
everybody's done.
You guys are spent. I mean, I remember seeing you guys last year at the end. Of course, everybody at the end was like where I was. We had sips of wine. You don't think a sip, but you have
a few.
You have enough of those. Those catch up.
Yeah.
Thank goodness for 805 water.
Great time last year.
We really don't go around tasting throughout the day, but we're starting at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
Right, and we're there late, but we are constantly
back and forth.
We put a lot of steps in. I think somebody last year had 33,000 steps for that day.
Yeah. It was crazy. Well, and you think you're going from top to bottom because we use the Ranger House for volunteer check-in.
Oh, up top?
Up top. And then we're down below and up on top. And
let me ask you another question. What is some of your inspirations for bringing back to Atascadero WineFest? Do you ever go to other ones as a
looky-loo?
Just to kind of, feel out some other ones to see what they're doing.
I have in other counties.
Yeah.
Not ours. I went to one in Mission Bay a few years back, and actually I thought our wine festival was really comparable to it because it wasn't really big. It was very quaint, and it was in a great setting, and I thought ours was really comparable to that, and I liked that. It wasn't just a mass of people, and ours is kind of quaint, I think, and just very social.
We're full of people, but there's plenty of room at the park. We're so it's spread out.
And
it's just really a relaxing environment, I find.
Yeah.
And do you ever have one other wine fest reach out to you guys to kind of pick your brains as far as what you've been doing for the last 8 years?
I think they come and check it out and see how we're doing, but they don't really contact us.
Not a wine festival, but I have talked to a friend that does the Greek festival, so we were kind of exchanging ideas, helping each other out with ideas, which her Greek festival will be in May. But we kind of communicate a little bit, and I do a lot of research online just to see what's going on, who's doing what, and trying to figure out some cool wow factors. And
in the past we've
having What's Up North County down there. It was a pretty big wow
Right?
factor for us last year.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun. I mean,
Yeah.
I will say, we appreciate being a part of that because we
That
did
was
have
fun. And people loved it.
Yeah. Yeah, and it was awesome because like I said, we got to meet some really interesting, people, and it was funny to go back and watch the video, which is
I went
on
back
our
and
YouTube.
watched it, and it was fun.
Yeah.
You could see how people, at the beginning, everybody was like, cool. It's then
Give it an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, and after an hour, you could see it change.
Yes. Yeah.
You could see the
They were more
sunrise.
relaxed and
That's what I tell the food vendors. Usually 4 to 5, you're going to be really slow, but about 5 o'clock, they're going to start coming,
Right.
and the
They figure
whole
they better go get
environment
something to eat.
changes. And it really is fun, and it's fun to watch as
Yeah.
well.
even if you want to come and
Just
people
to
watch.
even go around into
Sure,
the
people
zoo and
watching.
watch the people, watching the people in the zoo garden was fun just to see how they were really enjoying it. And that was a really social environment, I felt.
That was new last year.
New last year, having the zoo garden. People really liked that. We had couches in there, chairs in there.
Wineries and,
Yeah.
Well, like I said, I think it's a really good event that is really thought out. It's not just put together. You have a lot of really good vendors. You have a lot of really good wineries. The atmosphere, just everything. People walk away with knowing, okay, they just spent, $65 or $90, and it was well worth it.
Well, and it's going to a good cause.
And it's going to a good cause, which is the Charles Paddock Zoo, which people will get to see what their dollars, went to just by
That's exactly
the
it.
small flamingo, spider monkey. Now you got the toucans, exhibit in the back, so they'll see what their money. And they get to drink wine. They get to taste, all these different wineries.
It's unlimited wine tasting,
And the zoos donated park benches, park clocks, lighting over the years. They helped out the playground for the handicapped
Right.
children.
The Joy
Yes.
Plus.
Yeah.
We helped them out. We do a lot for the community.
Yeah.
And that's why I am involved with this group.
Awesome. Well, I'm going to be looking to you guys for over the next couple months. Let's see, we're in April. Next 2 months to bring in and do some tastings with me.
Oh,
We'd love to.
And bring in some of your okay. So out of all your wineries, what are the top ones that have been with you the longest?
Eberly.
Oh,
my gosh.
you put me on the
I know.
spot.
I know.
This is where your brain
Give
starts
me
going.
my list back.
There you go. Because
Eberly's been there. DeBost has been there a long time.
DeBost is a long one. Obviously, Eberly, Gary, said to be the godfather of the wine industry.
Right.
Okay, that's
Gail? Which one?
Which is my favorite winery?
I know. I
Don't put me on the
I-
spot
I
because
know.
every winery has their specialty wine. And some is really, really good. I mean, I've gone to some that are fabulous,
well, I was just at, not just, but went to Booker Winery,
We all did.
right? And I have to say, Stacy,
Yes.
she was so great on educating us as we were tasting the wine, and the wine was really good. And they're inside
Stacy,
caves.
she's on our committee,
and
by
she's
the
on
way.
Right.
our committee, and she will be in charge of the Garden Zoo area.
Yeah, Stacy was my last interview last
she?
year.
Oh, she-
And I don't even remember her being on there until I went back and watched it again. So, but she was my
Did
last.
you have their reserve?
Yeah, and again, it was just a really fun experience because you get to meet all these different people, and everybody is so fun.
That
And you have some of these, the gentleman from Absolution. Okay, so I don't know if he's going to be there, but he has a really good story. Tavo with Paso de Sol, Sol de Bait. I can't remember the name, but he has a really interesting story.
Right, where he started out young and uneducated.
Exactly. And so now look at him. He's the owner, he's the winemaker. He's done it all. He has literally the American dream.
Right.
From an immigrant coming in, the family working in the fields to,
That's amazing.
a 6th grade education, and now look at him.
Right.
So it's like he's got the American dream. And there's so many of those, and everybody that I meet, they're not all of them were born into the wine industry. Not all of them were born into, this lavish lifestyle of wines and foods. A lot of them started this from their basement. They were just started making wines.
And I was just going to say that I had done a wine tasting at Zanelli. Frank Zanelli, is that his name?
Zanelli?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Zanelli Wines?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he was very educating on dry farming, which I had no idea that a lot of the wineries did that. But listening to his story, he started out with Pizzenti, branched off, bought his own little piece of land. Then another one of his friends branched off in Templeton, and another friend branched off, Luna Wineries. And it was interesting to listen to their different stories, but how they all work together. And it's interesting to listen to them.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, ladies, thanks for coming on today.
Thank you.
Looking forward to June 21st, Atascadero WineFest, 28th annual, right?
Can't believe it.
My goodness, and it's only getting bigger and better every year. To recap, $65 until the end of the month for tickets, goes up to $75 until the day of, which, I'm just going to throw it out there. There's not going to be any day of options because you guys will be sold out beforehand.
We're hopefully.
So, anybody
and a shout out to Barbie Boots, who was one of the original founders of this group.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. It's just an amazing story, an amazing path, an amazing journey that you guys are on. And as we continue,
we're hoping you guys can be back out there again this year if things work out.
Absolutely. Yeah, 100%.
We'd love to have you back out.
And you guys need those volunteers.
We need those volunteers.
Those after hours volunteers.
Yeah.
And just to not scare them off, it really wasn't that bad as far as like the cleanup last year.
No.
We were there kind of doing our own thing, and it wasn't bad at all. It was very clean, maybe helping put some pop-ups down, stuff like that.
What it is disassembling the tables, the chairs, bringing in the tablecloths and the signs and everything. The actual cleanup of the park, we hire somebody to go through and pick up any trash or bottles or whatever that are left. So it's just basically taking down what we've put up, the easy ups and whatnot.
But usually it stays really clean during the event.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly.
Awesome.
Well, everybody is there to have a good time, and they want to keep it that way.
Perfect. Awesome, ladies.
Thank
well, thanks
you
for coming on.
You guys.
Looking forward to it again. 28th annual Atascadero WineFest.
Yay.
We are in full gear to get going.
We're ready.
Awesome. Well, thanks for coming on, and thanks for stopping by. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Randy.
Awesome. Well, there you have it, guys. Hey, make sure you guys get your tickets right now until the end of the month. Only $65. After that, goes up to $75. And if there happens to be 1 or 2 tickets left the day of, those things are going to be $90. So get your tickets in now because last year they sold out. They're expected to sell out again this year. You don't want to miss this event at the Atascadero Lake Park and the zoo. Proceeds of it goes to the Charles Paddock Zoo and get to taste over 65 plus wineries here in the North County. But as always, guys, we can't do this without you and our sponsors. We'd like to thank Escalar Wine, Wine Travelers Hideaway, Visit Atascadero, 805 Customs, MGP Coatings, North County Junk Removal, The Trailer Barn, Story Termite Pest Control, Borhone Auto Center, Kennedy Club Fitness, Airflow Filter Services, and Suprema Meat Markets. Thanks again, guys. We'll see you at WineFest.
Hi, this is Dave Story, small game hunter with Story Termite and Pest. We're a full-service termite and pest control company. From rodents to termites, we can take care of all your pest control needs. Call today, we can tailor a pest control program that will meet your needs and budget. Contact us at 805-460-0650 or at storytermite.com. Remember, we don't have customers, we have friends.
Hi, it's Alex with Suprema Meat Market. We are a Mexican meat market with a taqueria. Come enjoy our high-quality cuts and meats. We offer choice and prime Harris Ranch beef, as well as chicken, seafood, and pork items. In the taqueria, all of our tacos come with handmade tortillas. We also offer specialty items like chilaquiles and chile rellenos. Come enjoy Taco Tuesday with Suprema. We offer our tacos at $1.99 each. Suprema Meat Market is located at 8950 Montecito Avenue in Atascadero.
Are you tired of looking at that worn-out concrete garage floor, patio, or porch? Look no further than MGP Coatings, where customer service reigns supreme. Our team goes above and beyond to ensure your satisfaction every step of the way. Before we even start coating, we meticulously repair your concrete, ensuring a flawless finish that lasts. And here's the best part. Our Pentec coatings are 4 times stronger than epoxy, so they won't chip or peel, making maintenance a breeze. Plus, they come with a limited lifetime warranty. Call us today at 805-952-5301 or check out our Facebook and Instagram and experience the MGP coating difference. Don't wait. Transform your garage, patio, porch, or driveway and become a part of the MGP coating family.
What's up, North County? This is Teresa Branch with Airflow Filter Service. We are a family-owned business right here in the North County. We have air filters, oils and lubricants, and hydraulic hoses. We provide services that include air filter cleaning, DPF cleaning, and waste oil collection. Come check us out at 1140 Ramada Drive, and we can help you with all your automotive and industrial vehicle needs.
Hi, this is Omid
And Deanna.
at North County Junk Removal. We are a business known for helping our neighbors and our community.
Let us help you save money and get rid of any unwanted items.
And rest assured that our professional team adheres to global standards of safety and recycling. We are fully licensed and insured for your peace of mind.
We are locally owned and operated, and we look forward to helping you with all your junk removal needs.
Please call us at 805-769-6966.
Atascadero isn't your standard getaway. We're unique, just like you. We're growing, transforming, and figuring it out as we go. We're a town filled with innovators, artists, makers, and game changers. We're a little bit country, a little bit funky, and always authentic. We're here for your good times, your slow times, and your changing times. We're all in Atascadero. Come see for yourself. Learn more at visitatascadero.com.